Welcome back to Ryan Jacobson Weather. Hope your Monday's off to a great start. Let's hop right into the forecast for today. And as you can see, currently right now across the U.S., we have pretty quiet weather out there. There's a couple of showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms this afternoon moving through portions of the Midwest going into the Northeast. There's also some showers here going up into North and South Dakota as well. But again, nothing major is expected over these next couple of days. We're going to see a cool down to portions in the Midwest and Northeast starting this evening. Could be even a couple of snow showers going into Tuesday and Wednesday across those areas. And it may be the last snow of the winter. So let's hop right into the forecast for today. So this is the current setup right now. As you can see, we have this low pressure situated over the UP of Michigan. We have showers reaching all the way back in northern North Dakota, all the way going into New York State here. As we continue into this evening, you can see this low pressure intensify slightly, and it's going to fire off some thunderstorms here across portions of Pennsylvania going down into Kentucky and Tennessee. Again, not really any severe weather or much in the way of severe weather is expected from these. There is a 5% risk for tornadoes, but I'm not expecting anything major for these. Maybe a micro scale severe weather outbreak. So we'll go over the details on that here in a second. And then after that, going into tomorrow morning here, you can see this kind of low pressure system swings through Canada, bringing in all this cold air here. You can see these isobars diving down from Canada. And this is triggering some, lake effect snow showers off the Great Lakes here. This is going to impact portions of obviously southern Ontario, as well as upstate New York, and even probably northern Pennsylvania. This is going now into Tuesday evening into early Wednesday morning. Could be a couple of inches of snow possible from these lake effect showers, but again, it's going to be short-lived snowfall, as snow does not stick around here in the middle of April. That's going to end by Wednesday evening, and then it looks like it's going to warm up here across the rest of the country. It doesn't look like the warm air, or the cold air, is going to stick around long in the Northeast. This is going now into Friday here. Here's kind of our next system moving through. Maybe a potential for some severe weather going to Friday afternoon here across Wisconsin, going into Michigan. We'll be watching that closely as well for maybe another, small scale severe weather outbreak. And then these storms continue now going a little bit further east, but also fire up here back to the west as well across portions of Missouri on Saturday. Again, more potential for some severe thunderstorms with those. And it looks like our severe weather threat is really going to pick up going into, this next week here. Look at Sunday, more thunderstorms here. So again, I think we're unfortunately getting back more into that severe weather threat. Unfortunately, it was nice this last week kind of having a lull on that severe weather threat. I feel like kind of really starting today, we're going to start kicking things off. And I unfortunately think we are going to see a lot more severe weather going in to the end of April. This is all the way through Tuesday, April 22nd. So multiple, obviously, storms ahead. And some of these could bring some severe weather with them. So we'll just keep you updated daily on the severe weather potential ahead. So this is the outlook for today. And as you can see, there is a slight risk of severe weather. This ranges from southern Pennsylvania going into western Kentucky, as well as Ohio, basically the whole state of West Virginia and Maryland, and even a little bit of northern Virginia. There is a 5% risk for tornadoes, basically just across West Virginia. And there also is a 15% wind risk and a 15% hail risk. So obviously be weather aware if you're in these areas today, as there is a possibility for seeing some severe weather. This is the HRRR model, and this is the newest run that just came out this morning. This is current time. As you can see, there's a band of showers moving through New York State. These are going to quickly dissipate going into the early afternoon hours, and not really expecting much in the way of precipitation from that. And then going into this evening here, you're going to see these storms fire off here, going all the way up into New York State, all the way down to Tennessee here. And this is going to be our severe weather threat. If any of these storms are discrete, again, they're going to pose the risk for seeing a tornado or two. So obviously you need to be weather aware in those areas. Those basically continue to the south as the just cold air pushes those thunderstorms further and further south. And they'll obviously dissipate going into early Tuesday morning. And then going into tomorrow, you can see this cool air just filling in on the backside of this. And watch this, how these rain showers are going to transition over to snow showers here, especially across upstate New York, where I think, an inch or two of snow could be possible going into Tuesday evening into early Wednesday morning. This is the significant tornado parameter values. Let me push this forward for you guys. This is basically tornado juice. And as you can see, we're still going to have some values up to, a 1, even a 2 in some areas. But again, it's not going to be anything off the charts. I do think there'll be a spin-up tornado or two today, maybe a short-lived one, but I'm not expecting anything in the way of a tornado outbreak. Those just favorable conditions are not really in place, which is obviously a good thing. So here's temperatures over the next couple of days here. As you can see, it's going to be pretty nice across most of the country today. You're looking at highs going to Texas, getting approaching 100 degrees, which is incredible to see. But in here, New York State here, we're going to see highs in the mid 60s. But watch this cooler air just going to fill in quickly behind this low pressure. And it's going to get pretty chilly here in the Midwest and Northeast. We're expecting lows below freezing going into tomorrow night. And that's going to linger going into Wednesday as well. But going back into Thursday, we're really going to see this high pressure kind of dominate and push this warm air northward. Looking at highs here in Kansas reaching 100 degrees on Thursday. Just incredible to see. This is kind of going into Friday now. You can see that warm air continuing to push northward. Maybe another shot of a little bit cooler temperatures across the Midwest, a minor cool down. But again, I'm not expecting as much as what obviously we just, what we're going to be seeing today going into tomorrow. Here's the total precipitation over the next couple of days. Let me play this forward for you guys. There's that low pressure moving through, bringing generally pretty light rainfall totals and maybe even snow totals across a wide area here. This is going into Thursday. Again, we'll have some storm systems moving through, some thunderstorms going to Thursday and Friday, and could bring a little bit heavier rain across some areas. Really, the most major spot for precipitation as of now looks to be going into Oklahoma and Missouri. This would be Saturday going into Sunday. It's putting out some pretty decent precip totals, so we'll be watching that closely for the potential of flooding into the weekend in those areas. And lastly, here's the snowfall expected over the next couple of days. I think this is going to be the last snow showers we're going to see here, at least in my area in New York State. Again, especially the lake effect areas, could pick up 2, maybe even 3 inches of snow. I think most in New York State could see a coating of snow here, or at least obviously upstate New York going into Tuesday evening here. And probably will be, I would expect, the last maybe accumulating snowfall of this winter, as we now are in the middle of April. I thank you guys all for stopping by. I hope you guys have just a wonderful rest of your day. I appreciate you guys just checking out the channel. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm just getting this channel going, so we'll greatly appreciate any way you can help it out. I hope you guys have just a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in tomorrow morning's video. Have a good one.